go to East Salisbury, and the Rayner, we interviewed him this morning, and his mum and family live there, and they've got quite a nice house. They've done a lot of work on it, as you'll see, and they're making their pool available so that Pastor Moretta can baptise Rayner and a couple of other people as well. And so we're heading north, Salisbury, which is a northern suburb of Adelaide. Yeah, that's good. It's going to be exciting. There's something about baptisms, something about seeing people take that step of obedience that many Christians feel is very, very, very sacred and a very good, actually a very solemn and yet very happy occasion. And there comes a time when Christians, they want to affirm the fact that they're really true and sincere in what they believe, and Jesus says, repent and be baptized and you shall be saved. And so it's always exciting to see people take that step of obedience, and which is what we're going out this afternoon to see in the pool today. That's good. It's called Grand Junction Road. Grand Junction Road runs from the hills to the sea, and goes right out from the hills behind us right through to a place called Port Adelaide, which is one of the earliest places settled in Adelaide. And so there we are, we're driving down. And over here on the right hand side is the Yatala prison, a huge prison complex, and where is incarcerated perhaps some of the more dangerous people. And you can see the wall over there with the Yatala prison, and as a minister I've spent a bit of time visiting people in Yatala. I've visited them different times, and lost track of some of them when they get out. But well, Jesus said, I was in prison and you visited me not. And so a lot of stuff you do, you do it as to the Lord. And so I've spent a bit of time in various prisons calling to see people, and I visited one particular guy in a prison, and he shared, as I went in to see the guy, the guards stopped me at the gate, and they said, well, what are you going to see him for? And there were two people, and they both had some connection with the church or Christianity. And anyway, he literally abused me because I was going to see these two men. He said, these are the worst people we have in prison, and you're going to see them, what are you, And so anyway, I tried to explain to him that the Jesus we worship, said that we should visit people in prison. Anyway, I got to see the guy, and the first thing he said to me, he said, I'm innocent, and I said, well, okay, but most people tend to say that. And I said, look, what you've done or what you're in for, or it's not my business. I'm here to come to visit you and try and encourage you. And he said, I am truly innocent. And he was accused of a horrendous crime to do with a young girl who was, look, it was just too horrible to even mention, And he was an elder in a Baptist church, and committed Christian, and served God all his life, and yet he'd been somehow indicted and convicted of this horrendous crime. And I remember sitting there with him, and I said, well, God is still able to do the miracles. And I said, I'm going to pray that God, if you're innocent, I'm going to pray that God will make a way for your case to become up again in some way. And so what happened was that the DNA testing came in, and he was tested. He had already been tested for his blood, you see, Anyway, they tested the DNA of other people, and it turns out that he was proved to be totally innocent. And there was somebody else that was, guilty of this horrendous crime, who was subsequently convicted. And I just thought, God, how wonderful that is, And he's out of prison now, and has to try and pull his life back together. What a sad thing. The city of Adelaide is a beautiful place.